Flashout 3 is a spaceship racing game released on multiple platforms, including the Sony PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and Nintendo Switch. It is developed and published by Jujubee SA. For this review I played the Steam version, and this is my review upon that. There are 3 different game modes when you boot up the game. They are campaign, split screen, and single race. At the start of the game you are given an easy to understand tutorial, however be warned the racing section can get frustrating. In a similar vein as Mario Kart, you have access to weaponry. These can be used to disrupt the opponent's race. Even so, unlike Mario Kart, you can assign weapons to the spaceship of your choosing. In the beginning, you have access to weak spaceships, which can support 3 weak weapons. However, as you progress through the game, you get access to better spaceships and more gadgets. Each spaceship has its own energy pool, which limits the gadgets you can use. The spaceships you unlock come with greater energy pools, which means stronger gadgetry. When playing the campaign, you have a chance to choose between 2 characters, a male and a female. The only difference is they each come with their own special gadget. Now on to the racing. There are multiple different race types: normal race, eliminator, time race, and a destruction mode. Apart from timed races, you are thrown into a neon-infused track with opponents battling to take the checkered flag. While in timed race, you have 3 laps to set the fastest lap. The races ramp up in speed the further you get into the campaign. The first 3 tournaments are slow, but once you have started the gamma spec races, the tracks become twisty and the vehicles become faster. It takes great skill not to hit the walls at every turn. Then there are the opponents, who are fast and very effective at shooting you down. Even on average AI difficulty, I found it challenging to get first place, but once I did, it was a cause for celebration, as I felt like I really earned it. The difficulty of the races spiked after the first 3 tournaments. Even with the AI turned down, it still makes it tough to play. My other gripe is that I did not feel like going back to play it. There is no depth to the game, but it would be great to play with friends using the split screen mode. The game has strong Tron vibes to it, with the tracks and vehicles outlined in neon colours. The vehicles look like a mess of these neon colours. When selecting weapons you can see them on your vehicle, which is a nice touch, though it would have been nicer if the neon was removed. The environments that each track is set in are gorgeous, both in their setting and also the quality of the graphics. It is a missed opportunity that you cannot leave the track and explore these wondrous places. If you remember Rainbow Road from Mario Kart, then there is a level just like that here, but slightly easier and with fewer rainbows and stars. The only downside to the graphics is the character models. They appear very blocky and not exciting. Luckily you only see them during the winning cutscene at the end of each tournament. Flashout 3 runs perfectly well on my average gaming PC rig. I have an Nvidia GTX 1080 and there were no frame drops or graphic artifacts. The game kept a stable frame rate even when there were multiple opponents on the screen firing all their weapons. I would expect it to run somewhat well on a laptop and should not have a problem on other consoles. The only issue I did find was there was a slight delay during respawns if I was thrown out of bounds, but this rarely happens and may have been a design choice, but it did not affect my enjoyment of the game. Flashout 3 is a fun experience, however with 2 negatives against it. The main issue is I do not feel like I need to play anymore. If I have only 20 minutes to play a game, then I may jump on, otherwise I'll play something else. It is very polished and shiny, but could benefit from a levelling up system or allowing the player to explore the wonderful worlds the developer has created. For these reasons, Flashout 3 receives a solid 3 out of 5.